What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is The Avenger and today we're talking about one of the most anticipated games, Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac Games. Now obviously GTA 6 is probably the most anticipated game of the world, but Marvel's Wolverine is definitely up there on that list. We haven't heard anything since 2021, it's been a solid 4 years now, and with the hype starting to rebuild with a rumor that it's ready to be shown at the end of this month, I feel like it's only right we talk about the top 5 features we need in Marvel's Wolverine. First up, I want to talk about the combat. So, I want the combat to feel very brutal. Spider-Man's combat is fast, it's flashy and very fluid, but Wolverine should be the exact opposite. It should feel heavy, it should feel vicious and very messy. Every slash of the claws should feel impactful, like it's tearing through enemies, not just knocking them out. We've heard the game is leaning into a more mature tone, and this is where it matters the most. Wolverine isn't Spider-Man. He's not pulling punches or trying not to hurt anyone. He's literally a monster in a way. If Insomniac really wants to sell Logan as the ultimate brawler, combat needs to be weighty, bloody, and raw, and honestly, I need it to feel like we're doing it for a reason. Where Spider-Man, we're just making jokes as we're knocking enemies out and making quips and stuff like that. I want Wolverine to just rage, scream, yell, grunt, growl. I want that type of brutalness in the combat. The second thing that I want to see in this game is a healing factor mechanic. So Wolverine's healing factor has to be more than just a lore detail. It should be a part of the gameplay. Imagine taking damage, seeing Logan's health regenerate over time, but at a cost. Maybe the more you heal, the more scars or wear he shows throughout the missions. This could even tie into a difficulty. On harder settings, maybe the healing slows down, forcing you to fight smarter, but on normal, it lets you play aggressively. It's a perfect way to capture what makes Wolverine unique without just making him invincible, and also kind of give those that want a little bit more of a challenge in the game the ability to have that challenge. Look, I feel like the healing factor, they could do so many things with that, and I feel like having the enemies having adamantium weapons, adamantium guns, knives, swords, whatever it may be, to really test that we're not invincible throughout the story. Our enemies have things that can kill us, and I feel like having that adamantium weapons not only makes you focused on trying not to die, but similar to the heal button with Spider-Man, where you press down on the D-pad for PlayStation players to heal, I feel like we'd have that type of mechanic to heal for the healing factor as well, and having that time similar to the abilities that Spider-Man would have in Spider-Man 1, where you press R3 and R3 together, I believe it is. I feel like having that type of healing factor would be pretty cool to have. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the storyline. I really need this story to be dark, and I've been saying this a lot about Spider-Man 3 as well, but I just love dark and emotional stories. Insomniac has already proven they can do emotional, heartbreaking storytelling with Spider-Man. We've seen it happen with Otto, with Finn, with Harry and Peter's relationship. We've seen it happen throughout the games, but Wolverine opens doors for something even more raw. I want to see Logan struggling with his past, his time in Weapon X, the people he's hurt along the way. This doesn't have to be an open world Spider-Man clone. It could be a more linear, more cinematic, maybe even closer to The Last of Us in terms of tone. Wolverine's story is about pain, it's about redemption and finding humanity in the middle of violence. If Insomniac nails this, it could be one of the most emotional Marvel games ever made, and honestly, probably the best Marvel game ever made. Environmental destruction is something that I've placed at number 4, and I really want to see something like this. Think about it, Logan has claws made of adamantium. He should be tearing through walls, smashing through cover, ripping apart metal doors. This doesn't have to be everywhere in the game, but having a little bit of destructibility in the environment, especially during combat missions, or even during key set pieces, would make the world feel more alive. Even little touches like claw marks or staying on walls, or slashing furniture in a bar fight would make the game feel gritty and immersive. Now, imagine having a bar fight and you've got your claws out and you're like smacking, but you miss and you hit a pole. Well, it'd be cool to see that pole just break, you know, something like that. I kind of want to see the destructible environment brought to life in this game. And finally, at number 5 is the villains. A Wolverine game without strong villains just wouldn't work. The bosses need to test Wolverine in different ways. Sabretooth for raw brawling, Silver Samurai for skill and timing, Omega Red for draining and his healing, and Lady Deathstrike for speed and agility. I've already made a video on my top pick for villains, so if you guys want to check that out, the link is in the description below and also appearing on the top of the screen. But each villain should feel unique, not just reskins of normal enemies. If every boss fight pushes you to use Wolverine's abilities differently, it will make the game more playable, replayable, and memorable. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, and I did mention this in the villain video, but if Mr. Sinister or even Weapon X are lurking in the background, setting up an even bigger Marvel gaming universe down the line. Now, this is going to be like a little bit of a honorable mention in a way. I want to see a Spider-Man cameo in this game, whether that's on the news, whether that's a newspaper, whatever it might be. I really want to see a Spider-Man cameo, but also not just a Spider-Man cameo. I want to see a Spider-Man 3 tease. Like, I want to see them referring to something about Norman Osborn on like a radio station or a post-credit scene. That's what I kind of want to see, and that's the honorable mention part of the video. So that's my list of the top 5 features we need in Marvel's Wolverine: brutal combat, healing factor gameplay, a darker story, environmental destruction, and unique and game-changing villains. If Insomniac nails even a few of these, this could easily be one of the best superhero games of all time, and I'm super hyped for it, and I cannot wait any longer. They need to release this stuff right now. But what do you guys think? What features do you want to see in Wolverine? Should it be open world like Spider-Man, or should it be more linear and story driven similar to The Last of Us? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and like this video for more Marvel's Wolverine theories and Spider-Man 3 breakdowns. Peace out, this is the Avenger signing out.